The difference between those who live free and those who stay stuck, it isn't luck. It is what they were taught before they turned 7. But if you weren't born in a freedom mindset, don't worry, you can learn it now. I will show you how 7 masters from Mozart to Magic Johnson build extraordinary lives by ditching the lives we all been raised with. Whether Mozart composing symphonies at 5, Steven Spielberg making his first home movies at 12, Novak Djokovic hitting tennis balls on cracked courts in Serbia, or rappers like Eminem started writing lyrics as teenagers. They all started extremely young. Either the parents built a rock-solid foundation by guiding and reinforcing their child's strength into homeschooling or Montessori education, private lessons or intense daily training. They had the intuition that there was a unique potential in their child. Or, my favorite, the kid went rogue and they started following their intuition and taking action regardless of their environment or their circumstances. Mozart, the lie that talent alone creates mastery. Mastery is built, not born. Most of us believe people like Mozart were simply gifted. The truth? Mozart practiced relentlessly from the age of 3. Dedicate 60 to 90 minutes daily to improving a skill that excites you. Over time, this habit compounds into mastery, and mastery is what the world pays for. You don't need to be born a genius, you just need to out-practice everybody else. Steven Spielberg, the lie that you need permission to start. Start where you are, with what you have. Spielberg wasn't accepted into film school at first, so he grabbed the camera and started filming with friends anyway. Stop waiting for the perfect setups, degree, or right time. Start documenting, creating, or testing your ideas now, even if it's messy. Action beats approval. No one is coming to give you permission. Eminem, the lie that your circumstances define you. Your story can be your superpower. Eminem grew up in poverty, bullied, and dismissed, but he turned his pain and raw honesty into a career that redefined rap. Use journaling or voice notes to turn your struggles into lessons and content. The most relatable stories are built from real life, not perfection. Your past does not limit you, it can fuel your future. Novak Djokovic, the lie that success is about talent, not systems. Your habits determine your future. Djokovic's success didn't come from just talent, but from fine-tuning his diet, routines, mindset, and recovery. Create daily systems, healthy food, movement, and mental reset practices. When your body and mind are in sync, you can produce at a world-class level without burning out. Elon Musk, the lie that you have to play small. Thinking bigger opens bigger doors. Elon Musk didn't just settle for making a good business, he aimed to change entire industries: space travel, electric cars, energy. Take one area of your life and ask, what would 10x look like? Then map one tiny step toward that. Thinking small leads to small opportunities. Your vision sets your ceiling. Think bigger. Magic Johnson, the lie that what you're good at is all you will ever do. You're not your job title. Magic Johnson went from basketball legend to building a billion-dollar business empire by learning money and entrepreneurship. Look at your current skill set and ask, what can I leverage? Learn one high-income skill like negotiation, sales, or content creation that multiplies your value. You can pivot anytime. Skills compound when you mix them. Bryan Johnson, the lie that getting older means decline. Aging doesn't have to mean losing energy or health. Bryan Johnson is proving you can reverse biological age by focusing on daily health protocols. Treat your health like your number one asset. Optimize sleep, movement, and nutrition so your energy fuels your goals instead of slowing you down. A strong body gives you more time, clarity, and energy to build your dream life. Parents that they give money unconditionally to their children and they buy everything they ask for. They often raise kids chasing quick rewards and lacking the skills and the discipline to create long-lasting freedom. On the other hand, parents who raise their kids with strong habits, useful skills, and an understanding of how health and money really work. They raise kids that build their own independence. These kids will grow into adults that don't just survive, they will thrive. I admit that most of us grew in the first category. We were handed things, told to get good grades, and that working hard for somebody else was the only path to success. We learned to spend instead of investing, to treat health as an afterthought, and we believe that freedom only comes after 40 years of hard work. And the truth is all around us, because those who master their health, money, and time, they make their own rules. They live differently because they were taught differently. Just think about this. Between 2020 and 2024, the US dollar money supply grew from 15.5 trillion to 21.3 trillions, a 37% increase in money in circulation, which was more of the 2 decades before combined. And to you, it means a very nasty thing. That increase triggered the highest inflation in 40 years, eroding 20% of the real purchasing power of the money in circulation. In short, it basically wiped out 5 to 7 years of your earnings or your pension. But for people that were prepared and they knew what was happening because they understood it, they made massive gains. In 4 years, the price of real estate grew 47%. US stocks, or S&P 500, 120%. Gold, 26% just in the first half of 2025. And Bitcoin, a good 1000% in 4 years, which makes it 300% average every single year. I'm telling you this because I want you to imagine 2 kids. The first one grows up in a typical household. The parents work long hours, they come back home tired, they don't have much time for him because they work Monday to Friday or even worse Monday to Saturday, leaving not so much time for what they are really passionate about and for their children, so they cannot transfer information and knowledge, wisdom to them. They reinforce the idea that you have to work hard for money, that money do not grow on trees, and you can't get everything that you want in life, you have to make sacrifices. They are taught to get good grades, get a safe job, and follow the rules. When these kids actually get money, either from birthday presents, Christmas, allowances, relatives, or gifts, then spend them on video games, treats, concerts, and things that give them a dopamine hit. Nobody ever sits them down to explain saving, investing, or the value of their time. By the time these kids are grown into adults, they absorb all the lessons that keep them stuck. They watch life pass by, waiting for weekends and holidays to feel alive. Now imagine the second kid. These kids' parents teach them skills early on. How to cook a healthy meal, how to save a part of every dollar they get, how to see money as a tool, not something you just work for. They are encouraged to build habits, exercising daily, reading, journaling, learning how to think and not just how to memorize. This kid, and you know where I'm going with this, grows into an adult who understands that health is the first form of wealth, knows how to make money by solving problems, not just by clocking in, feels confident to say no to things that don't align, builds a life where time and energy are theirs to manage. Now here's the truth. Most of us grew up as the first kid. We didn't grow up with the skills, the habits, or the mindset for freedom. But freedom is not something you're born into, it's something you build. And if you didn't come from successful parents, it's your responsibility to make sure your children will, and that you transfer those skills, habits, and mindset to them. It doesn't matter if your parents didn't teach you about money or health, and it doesn't matter if you spend decades working for somebody else, trading your time for money. What matters is that you can choose to rewire those patterns starting today. Think about it for a second. What would your life look like if you stopped trading your time for money and you started earning from the value you create instead? How much energy and time would you have if your body was working with you and not against you? And this sounds like a cliche, but if you had to work 12 to 14 hours a day for 5 to 6 days a week and be on 4 coffees and 1 energy drink, you would understand that there is a difference between this and working from home or being a freelancer and earning based on how much value you provide and on the magnitude of the problem you solve. How different would you feel if you could wake up with no alarm, knowing that every hour of the day belongs to you and not to somebody else's schedule? This is exactly what I teach inside of the Breakout Program. A 4-week intensive designed to teach you how to stop trading time for money and shift to value for money instead. To provide you with the tools to reset your nervous system and regain your energy. How to create time by working smarter, not harder. If you've been feeling like the first kid, tired, stuck, waiting for the weekends to start living, this is your sign. The next round of the Breakout Program is now open. I totally agree with you. The best time to start was when we were young, but the second best time is now.